may have seen me in my previous channel called NPerfect Plans, where we focus on planners, journaling, and organizing, but I wanted to start something new for us Christian girls. And I figured I would start with something super fun that I think you guys are really going to like, and that is how I organize my Bible studying. So I have two different notebooks that I put together. This bigger one I've had for about a year now, but this is my first time using the inserts I have in here, which I did create in Canva. Hopefully I'll have them up on my Etsy shop by the time I post this, but if not, it'll be up pretty soon. But yeah, let me give you guys some information on my Bible study planner. Look how cute for one. So I got these stickers off of Amazon. I just decorated my planner a little bit. I also got some, you can see these colored tabs that I also purchased from Amazon. I'll link everything in the description bar if you guys want to make your own as well. But yeah, let me walk you guys through what all I have in here. So first we have the cover. Look how cute that is, y'all. And yes, I designed this. If you go on my Etsy shop, you'll see this a very similar design on it's the Bible study digital planner and also the social media digital planner. I used that same exact cover and I printed it out for the first time, and I think it came out really nice, you guys. But after that, right behind that page, it's not even after the first tab yet, but I just have all the Bible books, the Old Testament and the New Testament. I have it in a checklist format so that I can check off whenever I finish a book. And then the first tab is the schedule, you guys. So I absolutely love how I did this. I don't have a lot of writing space, but it's perfect for what I need it for, because I'm only going to be using it to write in the chapters I'm going to be reading for the day, for the day. And then I have a little section for notes over here. I did front and back so that I'm not wasting any paper. And I just think it's so cute and fun. I think after maybe the first half of the year, I'm going to swap these inserts out for something more simple. Maybe my good news layout that I have for my digital planners. I'll probably do that because I probably will get tired of all the color and pink after a while. But for now, I really like it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, after that, we have the note section, and this is where I just do my Bible study notes. I swatched, I'm sorry, I'm talking all types of crazy right now. Excuse me. I switch out the types of note-taking methods that I do every once in a while. Sometimes I do the SOAP method, the modified SOAP method, reflection, action steps. I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling or what chapter I'm reading. Right now, I'm just doing general summaries. So just summarizing what I read, and I do a reflection, but I kind of do it in my head, right? Like I just like to talk it out with God instead of focusing too hard on writing it all down, because I can speak faster than I can write. So writing all that out when I'm trying to reflect on everything I read kind of gets a little annoying sometimes. So I just write down a few bullet points to summarize the chapter I read, and that's really it. After that, this is also in the note section. I have the book analysis, and in this section, I just analyzed the entire book I read, basically, and I'm really behind right now, honestly, because I just started doing this recently. So I only have, as you can see, Esther done, and I started with Genesis. So I'm gonna have to get a lot done because right now I'm in 1 Kings. So yeah, that's a ton of books that I need to get written out here. But yeah, this is really for my own knowledge because I want to see how much I retained after reading that chapter. So it doesn't have to be anything super in-depth or thorough, but I want to see if I retain any knowledge from what I've read. If not, then that probably means I got to read it again. Next, I have my prayer requests. I won't show too much on this section because these are kind of personal, but I just write down any prayer requests I have, you guys. And you know what's so funny? I wish I would have kept it. I think I may have thrown it away. I don't know why I would do that, but I had written down some prayers sometime earlier last year when I was fasting. And during the fast, I had just written down whatever I was praying for. I think I saw a video where someone said, be intentional when you fast and write down exactly what you're asking for. So I did. And just recently I found the paper when I was cleaning out this planner, and I realized that every single thing on that list, y'all, had been answered. And it was, some of the stuff was like, I had written it down, but was like, yeah, I mean, this is a little too far out. every single thing. And it wasn't even a full year that it took, because I think I wrote that stuff down maybe midway through last year, and it's only what, February? I don't know. It's crazy, but God does answer. So I really would recommend writing down your prayers just for yourself so you can see when God really does answer, how he works, when he works. It is just honestly amazing. But yeah, that's what I do in this section. And then next we have important scriptures. So when I'm reading, if I find anything that's interesting or that just stands out to me, I'll write it down here in this section. And then also within the same tab, I have the scripture dive. So if I ever choose, so basically, and I haven't even used it yet, but what I'm intending to use it for is these scriptures I have written down in this section. I can pull from these and kind of dive a little bit deeper, do some research, talk about its deeper meanings and things like that. So that's what I'm going to use this for. And then we have the questions. Any questions that I have, I'll write them down here. I can always ask them in like a Bible study. Any spiritual leaders I have in my life. Sometimes I'll talk about them with my husband, ask God, obviously, you know. But any questions that may come up as you're reading, I always write them down in this section. Now I have a few top tabs up here. The first top tab is my fruits of the spirit section. I haven't even started writing in this yet, but I really want to. So I made these inserts because when I entered into this new year, I started to realize, I started to ask myself if people really could see that I love God, right? And I would ask God, like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to be that person that's always trying to explain myself, or I want people to see that I love God just by my actions. And God, I felt him asking me, well, do you have the fruits? Do you personify the fruits of the spirit? Do you have patience, long suffering, kindness, gentleness? Like, do you show these things to other people? And yeah, for the most part, but I feel like I can be a little bit more patient at times. I could be a little bit more gentle, kind, and I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little hard on myself, but I wrote this or made this insert so that at the end of each week, I can maybe go over some ways in which I showed the fruits of the spirit. And there's not a lot of space here to write. I'm just going to write down little small instances that I may have personified, like love, joy, peace, patience, and so forth. But that's what this section is for. The second one is just, I guess, like general notes and records. So things like the plagues of Egypt, I have that written out. The 10 Commandments is there. I have a bunch of scriptures on deliverance, holidays, the armor of God, Sabbath day. Just some general things that I want to track and keep, just to have for me to refer to. And then lastly, I just have general notes. So if I need any extra note paper as I'm writing, I have that here in the back. And that's it for this, you guys. I really do love this. I do recommend you guys making your own and customize it how you want. You don't have to use the same exact tabs that I do. And really, you don't even need your own customized inserts like I have. When I used my Bible study planner last year, I only had lined paper. So I basically had essentially these same tabs. I think some of these are new, but essentially the same thing. I just used note paper and kind of made the layout myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, I got a little fancy this year and decided to make my own inserts and print them out, but you don't need that. All you need is some notebook paper, a little notebook. You can even just have a regular notebook, y'all. A regular spiral notebook. You don't need nothing crazy fancy. Speaking of, here is another notebook that I use. So I use this really for daily devotionals. I started this last year as well. And I just think this is the cutest little notebook. I could, of course, put it in or do my devotionals in my Bible study planner. I can include it in here, but I just think this is the cutest little notebook. And I don't want to get rid of it. So I think I'm going to keep this and just use this, again, like I said, for devotionals if I ever do that in the morning. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to link this. Last time I tried to look for another one, she didn't have any, or whoever the seller is, they didn't have them available anymore, which sucks because they're so pretty. And lastly, I have my sermon notebook, but I also use it to track dreams. I wanted to have these separate because, for one, I wanted to have my sermon notes in here because when I go to church on Sunday, I don't want to have to lug around this huge planner here. So I put it in this one. You can see it's a lot slimmer because this will easily fit in my purse or my daughter's diaper bag. And I decorated it as well. As you can see, it's so cute. I have 2 tabs inserted up top as well. The first section, like I said, is just sermon notes and just 1 page front and back, or I printed them front and back. So yeah, just 1 page. It's not a lot of space on here, but whenever I do want to take some notes on Sunday morning worship, I do have those in there. And then I track my dreams. I am a dreamer, y'all. It's so crazy because my husband is as well. If I don't dream any given night, it is a little concerning because God, that's just how he speaks to me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe each of us have different ways in which God talks to us, and I don't really hear his tangible voice very often. I've only heard that one time in my life. But yeah, he does talk to me in my dreams, which is like the best thing ever, honestly. But I do track him here. For a while, I wasn't, and I kind of felt convicted about it because if I didn't write it down, I would usually forget, and that's kind of rude. Like, God is talking to you, giving you some important information or guidance or whatever it may be, and if I don't write it down, that's honestly kind of disrespectful to God. So I do track them here. The front page is, I guess, kind of like the content page. So I just write down the specific dream, the date I had it, and then I check it off once I actually write it down in my notebook. And that's it. I have a little pen loop here that I attached myself. It didn't come with the pen loop. I had to get an adhesive one that I got off of Amazon, and I put it on there. And that's it, y'all. I've been really excited using these. I have been loving these so much. I keep them in my nightstand drawer by my bed so that whenever I want to do my reading, I have it right there next to me. Same for when I wake up. If I have a dream, I can just grab this and jot down the details in here. But yeah, I don't want to drag this video on too long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if y'all have any questions, or let me know any tips that you guys have when using your Bible study planners. But okay, guys, until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.